Before going any further, I would like to show you what the Type B connector actually looks like and how it corresponds to the detail that is found in FEMA P-1100. The Type B connector is a flat piece of steel and it's bolted into the side of the foundation here and here, and then lag screws go through these holes in the top into a shim and then into the mud sill. Now a shim is always used. It could be, if the mud sill was exactly flush with the concrete, you could go straight into the sill, but basically that never happens, so you have to put a shim in. Now the way these are designed and tested, you can put a shim there and you don't need to attach the shim separately to the sill. So this is a very unusual application. It sort of defies most engineering practices, but that is the way it's made. I contacted Simpson about this, and it's also true if you look in the catalog. It says nothing about attaching the shim to the sill. Now let's go ahead and look at the detail. The image on the right is from the Simpson StrongTie catalog, and it represents the requirements for the Type B connector installation. And on the left you see the installation recommendations for the Type B connector in P-1100. The first thing I'd like you to notice is where it says the new 2x runner, 4 feet long. This runner is the same thing as a shim. Now here you see it's where it's 4 feet long, and in the Simpson catalog it says it only needs to be 12 inches long. In addition to that, the 12-inch long shim does not need special connection or an additional connection between it and the mud sill. Whereas here in the P-1100 image, it says fasten to foundation sill with screws at 8 inches on center, length that's required to embed 1.5 inch minimum into existing sill. It doesn't need to have that shim installed. They certainly don't need all these screws installed. And if you look at it from a contractor's point of view, this is just a lot of work for absolutely nothing. The next thing I would like to point out is where it says connector type B, used in lieu of detail 4 D1, where X is greater than 2.5 inches. Now detail 4 D1, that is the same as connector type C. Just click on the card above and you can read all about it. Now what it's saying here is that when the distance between the edge of the concrete and the edge of the sill, that is X, exceeds 2.5 inches, then this particular detail should be used. Now I'd like to point out over here in the instructions for the installation of this product, it says that the shim with the space is between 3/8 and 1.5 inches. And what that means is that the shim can be no greater than 1.5 inches for this product to work. And what it's saying here is go ahead and put a shim in that is greater than 2.5 inches. So this installation is in violation of the manufacturer's instructions.